So, carrying on where I left, I was sharing with you about my adventures abroad and the fact that I've been very fortunate in living a life that has a great deal of wonderful, positive, and creative manifestation. I've also had a life of unconscious manifestation, as most of us experience in the course of a lifetime. And I'm at that point now where conscious manifestation is pulling ahead of all of the pain and suffering and destruction that is a result of my unconscious creations along the way. And I have not had some of the most devastating kinds of suffering and devastation, but I've had my share. So I want to be really clear that I can speak to you from an emotionally vulnerable place as well, as a woman who has been able to manifest so much of her heart's desires, and who has, in my earlier days, made mashups and crash ups and wondering how I would wake up in the middle of scenarios and situations and just say, like, how in the world did I get here? So, one of the things that I wanted to share with you about VIP coaching is how important it is to have support when you're blazing a new trail, when you're on a new and very steep learning curve, or if you're on a learning curve that's not so steep. Some people take their time. I like to move through life at Mach speed in a Ferrari. That's my energy. But other people move along at different pace. But you still need support. Well, I have to say that today was such an example of why VIP coaching matters. In the last 3 days, haven't had anybody to call or anyone to coach me through the challenges that I've been facing. I've had to self-coach again. And I was thinking today, wow, wouldn't it have been great along this process of figuring all this out to have had one person I could call and say, I'm a little stuck here. What would be your workaround for this? Not happened. The mastermind conversations that I've had with people have ended up with the people that I've spoken to walking away with my ideas without even so much as a thank you. So I am really exploring what would it be like to create a community where we could come in knowing that we were safe, knowing that our ideas would be respected and held in confidence and honored, so that we don't assume that there's nothing new under the sun and anything that happens on the internet is not original. Interesting thought there. Not a surprising thought from a country that's based on theft from the very beginning. So if you're going to be someone who would want to be in my coaching community, we are looking at the 5 C's of coaching, the diamond model, which is clarity of purpose, consciousness, and that's you having decided that being a conscious co-creator in your life is your path at this point. That communication, the communication that you engage in, has the elements of clarity and consciousness within it. That you are willing and open to discovering how the non-personal and at the same time extremely personal energy of the creative spark can be your partner in whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest at this point in your life. And when we have clarity and consciousness and communication and we move into creativity, is a very high order of energy, or can be. It can also be a mashup if it's done unconsciously. And we bring that into collaboration. Then we're moving into leading together. And that brings us to what I call the CoCreative Platform, where we are operating from very primary fundamentals, which have evolved away from focusing on competition. So much of our society is competitive in an unhealthy way. So there's a whole other system of coaching around that, and I'm not doing that anymore. But I will say, with my life coaching experience, if that shows up in our work together, I might tap you on the shoulder and say, have you noticed this? What do you think about that? Do you have enough time where you can maybe take that into a visualization exercise or a meditation and see what you may be creating unconsciously that you have an opportunity to clear up right now, before it shows up in your business, before it shows up in whatever you're doing, and it changes what you're creating into something that you're not quite sure what it is or why you're getting what you're getting. So I have to say, I'm kind of, as always, because I am an artist at heart, I'm not thrilled with surprises, but when they come, I am really great at making lemonade out of lemons. That's one of my most well-developed skills. And I make really good lemonade. It's not just your run-of-the-mill lemonade. When life hands me a bag of lemons, boy, I'll tell you, I'll come out with a lemonade that you'll just want to share, bottle, sell, because that's part of who I am. So VIP coaching has its place. It's an important part of your work when you're developing an online presence. And if you want to take care of yourself in that way, and you want to invest in what you're doing in that way, then I am happy to be on your team and someone who can coach you through some crunches. Like I said, I wish I had someone I could have called these last 2 days. I've had to figure this all out myself. And I believe that I've done fairly well. And it is experience, and it is experience that you will benefit from if you come into a VIP coaching program with me. So I am going to go and check and see what we ended up with on the webinar jam, because I logged into another computer and opened up the jam, and we were tooling along fairly well. It was not the best quality, and there was a lot of buffering going on. And then we got to the point where I was demoing and showing a video from YouTube about VIP coaching. And then I thought, well, I'm going to try this little experiment. Things are going so well, I'm going to try opening up Webinar Jam. And when I went to open up that application, everything crashed. So, to be continued. And I'm not giving up on that resource. I will make lemonade using that resource. But I really am curious as to best practices for using Webinar Jam, other than having a completely separate studio with everything plugged in and you're running your own servers. Honestly, that may be the solution. In which case, I'd like to know that now so that I can have conversations about that with my clients when I'm recommending spending money on resources that you hope you're going to be able to use and share. And then I'm particularly interested in sharing in Tech Talk Cooperative. Well, I will say that my experience with Real Time Board has been stellar. They are really, in a way, a silent partner in my business, because that resource has just been so wonderful to use and exciting to use for someone who has an artistic bent and really enjoys the visual. And I'm a right brain learner. I do all right on the left brain side, but the right brain side is my more developed side still. Not by much, but still. So I want to thank you for being on this sort of great experimental journey with me. And people who know me know that I'm not afraid to crash and burn to try new things. And I call that failing forward. And you learn a lot that way, you grow, you discover what you're really made of, as well as you discover what you're made of when you succeed. So thanks again for your time and your energy, and we are going to continue with the perks of the launch. This is the third day, and so our presentation portion of this is now moving into a replay cycle, but we will be working with you and hoping we hear from you and having special offers for you right through April 30th. And now that I'm done with the presentation part, I can go behind the scenes again and really focus on strengthening our new affiliate program and working with our new affiliates, and strengthening joint ventures. And it's exciting. If you have a wonderful product or program that you might like to feature in the Tech Talk Cooperative Platform, be sure to get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you. And I will iterate again that I am particularly looking forward to joint ventures with the Hispanic and Latino community and other what we would think of as immigrants. My own genealogy is quite diverse, and I am looking forward to seeing more of that online. I'm not seeing the kind of diversity that I'm used to reflected when it comes to online profiles, and certainly when it comes to internet marketing. So I hope to be part of changing that as well. So reach out, get in touch, and I look forward to coaching you, working with you, having more tech empowerment parties, and being really excited about how you grow, how you get your tech on, and how that changes your life. So coming out of the recession, need to beef up your retirement again, got an expertise that you know is valuable and you're ready to share, then it's time to think about how you're going to do that. And I will say, if you're in Philadelphia, I am now, my other partner in this is the Philadelphia Public Library System. And I have a presentation coming up on April 30th at the Oak Lane branch, Philadelphia. That's a Wednesday night. And then I have an event scheduled out into June with the Coleman branch of the Philadelphia Library. And if you check that out, I will be sure to have that information up on my website and on the Tech Talk Cafe Facebook page. And we'll be sure to let you know that, because if you're in the Philadelphia area or in New Jersey, or I know there's some people who are not too far away from me in Philadelphia that I would really like to connect with while the weather's good. Okay, I am going to go out now and enjoy, it's a gorgeous day here in Philadelphia. I've been working really hard. I'm going to go out and enjoy some of the beauty of the natural world and the real world. It's one of my favorite things. Okay, bye for now. Take care.